Get ready to get engrossed in the Duggar world, because today we're going to explore it in great detail. First off, we have anything that is both touching and unexpected recent development involving Jan and Stephen Duggar in the sake of their subordinate welfare, these two maintaining that image after the wedding. Not long ago, Carlin Bates messed with our behind's Instagram behind the scenes view, revealing an intervention by Duggar to assist with a house endeavor. But what does this disclose about their married lives at our fingertips? Are all the specifics? Responses are on the way. We'll discourse about the great commotion surrounding wife of Jason. Dura little Maddie Grace, I am Jason, toasted her 21-year with a lovely Instagram post, but admirers were unable to put an end to nitpicking and start discussing how it caused quite a stir among young Mad's peers. Discussion on the internet and were record at all without missing a beat. Fans are quite excited about whether baby on the way for Lauren Duggar bump in a marriage film shot not long ago. But is it just guesswork, or is there really something? Further information we will talk about responses and go into the moral implications. At long last, there are reports of a pregnancy. News about Jason Duggar's upcoming autumn-themed marriage ceremony in the Tennessee. The occurrence brought several Duggar siblings all at once, but the true concern of all individuals is found out which siblings were conspicuously missing. We've gone over every picture and fan conversations to determine who may have slept on this major day, so relax, use that like button, and then proceed immediately. Let's go right into it today and explore recent surprise and endearing latest news on Stephen Duggar and Jana. Seems to be fulfilling their well-known for possessing servant spirit. Notwithstanding the recent nuptials, Carlin was in an entertaining Instagram post. Bates unveiling the behind-the-scenes and assistance from Duggar in the form of a house renovation. But what does it mean with one another and the way they want others settling into married life? How about we get to the meat of the matter and feelings expressed on Carlin Bates' Instagram narratives? She featured a jana assistance from Stephen Duggar as she sets up a length lamp for the long-awaited living room. Lastly, Carlin read in a comical way following 2 years, with supporters eager to have a look at Stephen and Jana lending a hand. Had no idea why Carlin's spouse the projects wasn't being managed by Evan alone, in particular given that he has done some training as a licensed electrician named Evan, who had before suffered carrying out his duties as an assistant to Carlin. Her health problems didn't interfere with there were a lot of online digression, but I propose we look at the bright side. It was obvious that Carlin was overjoyed to acquire the help out a guy, and really who has any idea how many hours that light would last remain in their container if they weren't it. Seems that Jan and Stephen are the type pair that is always up for rolling to pitch in and provide a hand to friends at loyal following, which is something am now enamored with. Their discourse on respond from fans were overwhelming, with some lightheartedly discussed Jan's heroic rescue as others made lighthearted remarks about her clothing options. Jana has transformed into celebrated for deathly urging the Duggar to this family had a strict clothing code that was seen once again with a hint of shoulder that was clearly visible. Naturally, Stephen wasn't excluded from discussion either. Supporters highlighted that a little rise occurred in Stephen's shirt, giving everyone a peek of his flesh toward playful tongue and cheek responses from the people who follow them. Plenty of admirers. It seemed as if Jana and Stephen support and encourage one another, equated Stephen with Chad Payne, stating, as much as Chad loves his wife, Jan seems to be on par with Aaron. Stephen's stubborn and self-reliant without error. They clearly complement one another all the way through, not just as a couple, but also so while dealing with real-world jobs. Things like Jana, who is her reputation as a master handyman abilities, seem to be just where she belonged, and her admirers thought she probably offered to provide to anybody else managed to approach even a single admirer and inquire about their experiences. Made the amusing observation that in the South, The cultural norm of assisting friends with work is almost as typical as barbecues on Sundays, comes from a family that worked the land. Same experience. Every time I visit a friend's home becomes a collaborative effort, yet Jan's admirers are ecstatic to see her a world far from the Duggar home. They are ecstatic to see her achieving something that she and her companions may enjoy, as opposed to just catering to her parents' interests, her children, just as she had done for a long time. A lot of people have said that seeing her feeling valued and encouraged by her spouse, instead of being the only one responsible for maintaining order. Yet then there were the die-hard followers who just had to get a few jabs at Evan and Carlin's dynamic interrogation. Why it wasn't Evan who put in the texture and highlighting his dedication to filming instead of carrying out the tasks oneself. A few of admirers hypothesized that Jan, along with Steven, who may keep making appearances on online communities via their personal networks despite the fact that they continue to maintain, makes so touching to see Jan and Steven Duggar embracing marriage with their beloved servant hearts, fully committed to assisting colleagues, demonstrates their excellent teamwork skills collaboratively throughout their marriage. And not to mention that a few of admirers could have jokes about Evan being gone. The main point, it seems that Jana and Steven are flourishing as they embark on a new journey. May these two continue to grace our lives, this displaying their talents in a real-world setting, and perhaps more flesh for the admirers observing. Please tell us in the comments section if you consider Jan and Steven to be the ideal. We are really awaiting your response. Match the most recent rumors about Jason Duggars, who are responding to the fact that she looks young. Jason, the 12th kid born on October 9th, Jim Bob, together with Michelle Duggar, decided to Instagram post in honor of Matt Grace's 21st birthday, falling several days after their nuptials. On the other hand, what captivated everyone's focused on more than just the delightful birthday to publish, but the deluge of feedback indicating determined the exact age of Maddie started a lively discussion. I am Jason Duggar, who just got married to. A moving post from MD Grace was posted on. He is praising his wife on Instagram for the post's 21st birthday, a milestone overflowed with joy and pride, highlighting the happiness of their new existence as a couple. But the comment section wasted no time in making new direction as supporters started debating the arrival of the MTI was noticed by many. Her appearance belies her true age. Remarks about her age, like if she's just 13, wow, that's rather frightening. I was planning to. Honestly, she's just 21 years old and she looks 15, had sway for the discussion as other viewers voiced worry over Maddie's age. Seems to be embarking on her marital journey, particularly when considering the Duggar family, in which getting hitched at an early age is shared experiences from their own lives about the observation of youthful marriages and regretting it later on. It started a larger discussion about the practice of marriage at a young ages in the context of reactionary groups such as Duggars. Commenter shared, I am 37 years old and find it hard to fathom. I understand that getting married at the age of 21, they often express this feeling that many people believe in the institution of marriage at such little age might be daunting, to mention the fact that Maddie's unexpected abandon a life of relative seclusion in favor of having to deal with the intense scrutiny of a famous reality television clan. Intriguingly, a few of supporters hypothesized about whether Maddie may have abandoned her heart desire to tie the knot with Jason, user inquiring about the timing of her drop. Maria Duggar, who dropped out of college, quick rate of their participation in marriage has some admirers questioning whether Matt may come to regret his actions in the future. Yet in the middle of all the worry, also humorous parts in the fan conversations. Some individuals joked about a honeymoon baby's inevitable arrival, while some people offered thoughts on the larger social phenomenon on affecting the youth of the early 2000s about to tie the knot. Inviting a third party grasped my cane. My usual perch was a seat. Duggar's fierce spark persisted internet disputes and the birthday message for Jason when it comes to Maddie regardless of consider. Maddie to be attractively youthful for her age, whether or not it's obvious that supporters possess powerful views on her nuptials to Jason Duggar and the larger problem of initial weddings among their people. Thus, what does Mindy Grace seem too young to you two? We should get married. Or is age only a number? Let us know in the space provided when we're exploring.